Hey, it's David, and I'm at Harvard today. Don't hesitate to reach out to people who can help you in the process. I had a student a few years ago, he ended up getting into Harvard, and definitely not the only reason, but a contributing factor is that I encouraged him to send an email to a professor who's interested in a very specific area of history, and there's clearly the expert in this time period at Harvard, and he was too afraid to send an email. We drafted an appropriate email, sent it away, and he got a response. That's the thing, when you're reaching out to certain people in this process, rejection hurts, rejection's not fun, and that applies across life, I suppose. If you send an email to someone whose work you admire and say she's too busy and she doesn't respond, or maybe she's maybe just not that nice and doesn't want to respond to you, it's not going to feel good, but it's worth the effort, especially for somebody like a professor. There's no downside unless you send a horrifically inappropriate email. Even if you send maybe not a totally socially well-adjusted email, the professor's not going to go out of her way to hurt your admissions chances. So if you've developed a rapport with someone at the university, say a professor, if he's able to help you stand out in admissions, that's something that person will probably do, and it can have a huge impact, obviously. Developing a relationship with somebody you clearly share a passion with, if you reach out to a professor over a mutual interest, that could lead to a lot of career opportunities and continued intellectual development and great discussions on that area of interest. So there's really nothing that can go wrong with sending a well-adjusted, well-formatted, appropriate email to someone who, say a professor, someone whose research you admire, who could obviously help you a great deal in the admissions process, but I'd be hesitant to emphasize that potential upside, the fact that person could help you get into the school. I'd be hesitant to mention that at all, even in the later stages of the relationship. Obviously, the professor, let's say, is going to ask if you're applying, and if there's something that she can do to help, she's going to do it. And there's so many other benefits of starting to reach out to people in your potential industry. If you're interested in academia, reaching out to professors now, it pays dividends later, helps you learn if you actually do want to pursue that route, and you could have a head start in your career before you even arrive on campus. At this point, you got to realize if you're ready to reach out to some people who can help you in the process, even though they might be professors, experts in their field, time is to reach out to them. You're ready, and if you're not ready, get ready, and wonder if you're not voraciously reading everything on a certain topic that you're supposedly interested in. Are you really interested in that? If you're not ready to reach out and ask a professor great questions on an area that maybe you want to spend your whole life researching or doing, why aren't you there? Why aren't you more inquisitive? Maybe that's an okay realization to have, and you should potentially look at a different area of study, a different field to go into. So either way, you get information. Information's so important, and don't let your fear of rejection, any type of hesitance that professor over the summer might be at the beach and not respond to your email, prevent you from learning and getting where you want to go, where you deserve to go. I'll talk to you soon.